Well, my son has been going to Primacy for 4 years. He's now a fourth-year student. And I think in these 3.5 years so far, he's shown tremendous growth in just personal growth. We can see that he went from a more quiet kid to being able to socialize and with other kids and talk in public much more. He's grown up a lot, like from a kid to an adult almost. And I credit a lot of that to Primacy and the school being in its small size. And I think Primacy being a small school provides a good environment for the kid to get comfortable in a place where everyone knows you and you know everyone. So I think Andy knows all the kids, all the students, all the teachers, and all the staff members. And everyone knows him, everyone gives him personal attention. I know he gets to talk to the principal, Dr. Farron, the vice principal, Mr. Shen. And being in a small school, I think gave him a lot of opportunities where he wouldn't otherwise have, such as leadership positions. I know he was involved in the student association, right? I think he was president of the student association for a while, and he served other positions like treasurer or communications officer, something like that. And I know he was heavily involved in the houses activities. So like he was with the Black House for a while and then Blue House later on. And I think just that gave him a sense of community where he has a lot of interaction with other students and teachers outside the classroom for different competitions and activities. I think the small school environment really helps him. So he's grown up from an introverted kid to where now I would not classify him as an introvert. He's probably an extrovert now because he feels the confidence and he feels the attention. He loves coming to school every day, and he's just totally involved in school activities, not just academics, but also the other student activities. So I love that about Primacy. I think those are some of Primacy's real strengths. Well, I think my experience with Asian education would be like mine, having grown up in Taiwan, and I also know a lot of friends who grew up in China, where I think the environment was similar, that we were all preparing for a big exam that determined what colleges when we went to or what high schools we get into. So every student kind of had the same curriculum, and we had to study the same things because it's one big standardized test. But I think in the American education system, you get more freedom to choose your own classes, and it's more tailored to you. How do I say? The differences are like you would... I think the Asian system, you're kind of expected to find the right answer. So a lot of times you're expected to come up with the right answer to each question. And sometimes if you don't think you have the right answer in mind, then you might not want to raise your hand. But I think the American education system probably encourages you to explore the why, and instead of always coming up with the right question, perhaps it's just asking the right questions in class, and you're encouraged to ask questions, to voice your opinions, to express yourself more. So I think that helps with both adjusting to the college environment and the real world work environment. I think the third question I saw was how the school supported the student in like academics and extracurricular or character building. And I know like my son Andy, he kind of went out of his way to join certain activities outside the school. For example, the science fair. I think there's a national science fair. And there are things like the robotics competition. And I think the school is very supportive of him doing that. And the school also gave him these opportunities to participate in these activities outside the school, outside the campus, and where he gets exposure to other kids from other schools. So it just broadens his view of the academia, I want to say. In character building, I think back to the student association and the houses, the clubs. I think he even had an opportunity to found a science club. So he was really excited about that. The chance to create a club from scratch and then recruit people to join his club. Even though I think a few years later there weren't enough students who wanted to join the science club, so it's now like defunct. But it was a great experience for him. So I think he totally enjoyed his 3.5, 4 years here. So I'm really grateful.